Production.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren from Blue Flame Royalty. It is a bit chilly out here in Chicago, but nonetheless, we're still going to get into it with the daily tarot readings. And today's daily tarot reading is the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Fire, here labeled Traveling. This card is a very beautiful card, and for those that are beginning on the journey, if you've been watching my previous daily tarot reading videos, there's been a lot about beginning the journey and what that entails in terms of the self-reflections that we have and how we interact with the world and different things like that. With this card, we're being told that our ventures are going to be fruitful. They are going to kind of end up in that big break that we've been asking for. But something that's coming up for me personally as I'm looking at this card is that, you know, the road that's traveled is the road that is usually the road that's less traveled is the road that you take when you the road that is less traveled is the road you take alone, which means that, you know, certain things will be phased out of your life, certain people will be phased out of your life, certain mindsets, certain thoughts of patterns, certain habits will be phased out of your life, and we have to give way, express gratitude for those things and give way to what is to come. As we're continuing on the journey, we most definitely want to continue to be disciplined in our practice, remind ourselves of the compassion that we have for ourselves, because we're going to have hiccups, right? Even in the picture, you kind of see that zigzag pattern going up. It's very cloudy, yet behind all of that fog, there is the burning sunlight on top. Right, the card is an indication of the fire sign, right? 8 is also the number of abundance. So we are having a really good omen here when it comes to our business ventures and stuff like that. But we have to remind ourselves to be humble, to not let things get to our head in terms of how we interact with the world and how we view ourselves. Just because we get an opportunity doesn't mean that we are more deserving of things than other people are. It just happens so that was what our path was destined for. So I just want to remind, you guys of that, to stay humble, to practice compassion for yourself and for others, and to remind ourselves that we're human and that, everyone else is human as well. People are going to make mistakes. So we want to be able to give folks the same grace that we would want people to have towards us. So that is today's daily tarot reading, and I will see you guys next time. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Efren from Blue Flame Royalty. I'm supplementing today's daily tarot reading, reading straight from the book. Today's daily tarot reading is the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Fire, here labeled Traveling. The tiny figure moving on the path. The tiny figure moving on the path of this beautiful landscape is not concerned about the goal. He or she knows that the journey is the goal. The pilgrimage itself is a sacred place. Each step on the path is important in itself. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates a time of movement and of change. It may be physical movement from one place to the next, or an inner movement from one way of being to another. But whatever the case, this card promises that the going will be easy and will bring a sense of adventure and growth. There is no need to struggle or plan too much. The traveling card also reminds us to accept and embrace the new, just as when we travel to another country with a different culture and environment than the ones we are accustomed to. The attitude of openness and acceptance invites new friends and new experiences into our lives. And that is today's daily tarot reading supplementation. Wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful day. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Efren from Blue Flame Royalty. I wanted to do something a little bit new today. I'm going to be adding another definition to some of the daily tarot cards. This is coming from a little bit of tarot book, which is one of the books that I used to initially learn tarot and to really get into the habit. If you are doing tarot, I really recommend that you learn from different sources and practice a lot on your own so that you can identify what the message is trying to pop out at you, and also offer folks different versions of the message that maybe resonate with them in different ways. So for the number 8, the 8s are the opportunity and learning cards. 8s are the active entrepreneurial cards of maximizing opportunities and overcoming obstacles and restrictions. They also talk of turning your back on what no longer works on. 8s are the active entrepreneurial cards of maximizing opportunity and overcoming obstacles and restrictions. They also talk of turning your back on what no longer works or on past matters that still haunt you, of learning new things and of discovering new faces and places. Speculation and risk-taking will lead to a rapid increase of assets. Specifically for the 8 of Wands, which is today's daily tarot reading, this is the ultimate up and flying card, indicating usually unexpected and fulfilling travel opportunities, a holiday, or especially long distance or long-term ventures. And 8 of Wands indicates a fortunate career change involving a house move, visiting friends, or relations abroad, or a new holiday home, boat, or vehicle. This card alludes to a chance for developing exciting, unusual interests, meeting new and stimulating people, successful networking, especially in cyberspace and in business entrepreneurial ventures, reaching a far wider market. It may also portend recognition in its performing arts, getting that big break. That is a second supplementation of today's daily tarot reading. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. See you next time. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Effort from Blue Flame Royalty, and today's daily tarot reading is the King of Pentacles. Here, the King of Rainbows, I believe is what it's called, and it is labeled abundance. And so the message for the King of Pentacles is a very beautiful message. It is a person who is comfortable in their own skin, comfortable with their own identity, so much so that they genuinely go with the flow of life. But that does not mean that they are docile or passive, right? When they know that an opportunity is there for them, they seize that opportunity. When they know that they have to rest and take a step back, they go ahead and they do that. The universe ebbs and flows in action and non-action, right? These are what we usually, for the most part, identify as like masculine and feminine energies, right? The act of going, the act of giving, and the act of receiving. And so what the message here is saying is that folks have found a balance for that, which allows them to open up the door for abundance, success to come in. And we're not talking about materialistic success, which it can be. We're talking about the fulfillment of the purpose within yourself. And because the universe knows that we live in a society, in a world that requires monetary, finances to be able to do basic things, the universe is going to take care of you. So it's a very beautiful omen. Again, we're being asked to be disciplined in our practice, to be compassionate towards ourselves, and to be humble. Do not think of ourselves as better than other people. We are simply an extension of the universe that is experiencing itself, and this is this unique experience that it is experiencing. Everyone else has their own unique experience that they're experiencing. And so that is today's daily tarot reading. I'm wishing you guys a beautiful day. If you would like to book a tarot reading with me, you can do so at blueflameroyalty.com. There you can find my email and email me any questions you may have. Wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful day. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren with Blue Flame Royalty. Supplementing today's daily tarot reading, I'm reading straight from the book. Today's daily tarot reading is the King of Pentacles, here labeled Abundance. This Dionysian character, I don't know if I said that correctly, is the very picture of a whole man, a Zorba the Buddha who can drink wine, dance on the beach, and sing in the rain. At the same time, enjoy the depths of understanding and wisdom that belong to the sage. In one hand, he holds a lotus, showing what he respects and contains within himself, the grace of the feminine. His exposed chest and open heart and relaxed belly show that he is at home with his masculinity, as well as utterly self-contained. The four elements of fire, earth, water, and sky, all conjunct at the King of Rainbow, who sits atop of the book of wisdom of life. If you are a woman, the King of Rainbows brings the support of your own male energies in your life, a union with the soulmate within. For a man, this card represents a time of breaking through conventional male stereotypes and allowing the fullness of the whole human being to shine forth. That is today's daily tarot reading supplementary reading. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. You can reach me at blueflameroyalty.com. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren with Blue Flame Royalty, and today's daily tarot reading is the Two of Clouds, or the Two of Swords, here labeled Schizophrenia. The Two of Swords is really calling to our attention that we are, I don't want to say in between a hard and a rock place, but have you ever been in a situation where you don't know what decision to make? You're in between two decisions, and you end up making no decision, or you end up making a decision that costs you both opportunities. It's kind of what we're getting here, right? The figure in the card is trying to be on one side of the pillar and on the other side, and can't really let go of either side. And in doing so, the person put himself in a difficult position where they could fall, right? And that's kind of like what the card is insinuating is, I believe that in the traditional tarot, the image is a person that has like a bandana wrapped around their eyes, and they're blind to what is truly around them. You're letting negative emotions. I don't want to say negative emotions are overtaking your decision making to the point where you don't even make a decision. And so we want to be able to take some time to clear that out so that we can allow the universe to articulate what it is destined for us. And again, this is where meditation, I think, is a very important thing to practice and to learn, because in doing that, you calm down the external voices, you calm down the internal voices that are, going back and forth with each other. You can really tune into what the universe is trying to get you to hear, because we don't want to be in this kind of position where you're, stuck in a rock and a hard, stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and you're about to fall. We don't want that for you guys. So that is today's daily tarot reading. If you would like to contact me, you can do so at blueflameroyalty.com. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. See you next time. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Efren from Blue Flame Royalty, and I'm supplementing today's daily tarot reading straight from the book. We have the Two of Swords here. The person in this card brings a new twist to the old idea of getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. But we are in precisely this sort of situation when we get stuck in the indecisive and dualistic aspect of the mind. Should I let my arms go and fall head first, or let my legs go and fall feet first? Should I go here or there? Should I say yes or no? And whatever decision we make, we will always wonder if we should have decided the other way. The only way out of this dilemma, unfortunately, is to let go of both at once. You can't work your way out of this one by solving it and making a list of pros and cons, or in any way working it out with your mind. Better follow your heart if you can find it. If you can't, just jump. Your heart will be beating so fast that there will be no mistake about where it is. And so that is today's supplementation reading. Wishing you guys a beautiful day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren with Blue Flame Royalty. I'm doing a second supplementation to today's daily tarot reading, which is the Two of Swords. And I am reading straight from the book, a little bit of tarot. Here, the twos are the balance cards. The twos represent the integration of two people or two aspects of life, and the best harmony between those two people or life paths. Two is a number of the negotiator and talks about balancing priorities, and sometimes of the need to do more than one thing at once. It also relates to partnerships, both business and emotional. The Two of Swords, this is a card of being stuck between two options or people and feeling unable to decide between them or move. Fear within the obstacle. Usually neither option is right, and there is a third you have not considered. It could even be to go it alone, or to take the next step alone, cutting free of guilt within and emotional pressures around you. This card can refer to financial problems and says they won't go away, but they can be sorted, not easily, but by talking and asking for help. A career negotiations or seeking consolation or meditation is favored. And that is today's daily tarot reading supplementation, the second one. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren, and today's daily tarot reading is the Two of Cups, here labeled friendliness. The Two of Cups traditionally is a card depicting a romantic connection. To keep it more broad, I would say that this is a connection with another part of yourself, or just simply a connection with the world, or maybe it is a connection with somebody else, whether it's business, professional, romantic, or friendship-wise. But here we're being reminded that even though we are being connected, we don't need to be codependent. We want to be interdependent, right? These two trees are next to each other, and they blend in some aspects and have a very beautiful color, but at the same time, they retain their own identity, right? The leaves on the pink-purple tree fall, and the leaves on the orange-yellow tree, they fall. And even deep below their root systems don't intertwine. They are their own separate root systems. So we want to be able to stand tall on our own while still be able to be open to the experience of connection in intimacy. That intimacy can be a lot of different things, but really this intimacy is being able to see. This intimacy is kind of that, like, into you I see, right? Where we're able to see each other's humanities. We're able to see each other's, quirks that the universe chooses to show us and enact in ourselves. And so that is, today's daily tarot reading. Again, I traditionally try to stay away from the romantic stuff because a lot of people use it to scam people, and I want to be authentic. In the event that this feels like it's resonating for you as a romantic card, what we're being called here to do essentially is to remind ourselves to stay rooted in who we are and to enjoy the experience of connection and intimacy, but to still remind ourselves that we are our own individual person. That is the way that we can be best of service to ourselves and to those around us. We cannot become codependent with other people, because that creates an unhealthy energy for ourselves and for other people. And we want to always stay in our healthiest state, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So that is today's daily tarot reading. If you are interested in receiving a reading, you can do so at blueflameroyalty.com. You can email me there, ask questions, book a service, all of those things. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. Catch you next time. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren with Blue Flame Royalty, and supplementing today's daily tarot reading straight from the book, The Two of Cups. The branches of these two flowering trees are intertwined, and their fallen petals blend together on the ground in their beautiful colors. It is as if heaven and earth are bridged by love. They stand individually, each rooted in their soil, in their own connection with the earth. In this way, they represent the essence of true friends, mature, easy with each other, natural. There is no urgency about their connection, no neediness, no desire to change the other into something else. This card indicates a readiness to enter this quality of friendliness. In the passage, you may notice that they are no longer interested in all kinds of drama and romances that other people are engaged in. It is not a loss. It is the birth of a higher, more loving quality, born of fullness of experience. It is the birth of a love that is truly unconditional, without expectations or demands. A very beautiful, beautiful message. I am wishing you guys a beautiful day, sending you guys so much love. Ashe. Catch you next time. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren with Blue Flame Royalty. I am doing a second supplementation to today's daily tarot reading, the Two of Cups, reading from a little bit of tarot book. The Two of Cups, often associated with twin soul love, two people or families coming together in reconciliation, harmony, or love. The Two of Cups can indicate a forthcoming engagement or commitment. It can also be a quarrel that can be mended. For new love and a new relationship, or for love yet unrealized, the Two of Cups says that the right person is not far away. It is a good omen if partners, family, or close friends plan to work closely together. So I hope y'all get your look. I hope I hope y'all get your partner. I hope what you're looking for. Just keep it cute, keep it very mindful, very demure. That is today's additional supplementation for today's daily tarot reading. Wishing you guys so much love and light. Enjoying this process. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have, like, comment, and subscribe. You can contact me at blueflameroyalty.com, emails, book services, all of that good stuff. We out of here. Mwah. Love and light. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Efren with Blue Flame Royalty, and today's daily tarot reading is Major Arcana 10, here labeled Change. I think in the traditional tarot, it is called the World. And so the message that is coming through for this card is that nothing is consistent besides change itself. Let me repeat that again. Nothing is consistent besides change itself. We are in the year 2025, which reduces to the number 9, meaning that next year, 2026, will be 10 reduced to 1, which means it is a new beginning. This is the year of ending a lot of unhealthy habits, a lot of old mentalities, a lot of old traumas are getting picked up and sorted out. The full moon is tomorrow, I believe. So by the time I post this, it'll be, a week after the full moon. But we're reminding folks that to be comfortable with change. And I did a video about how to meditate, and I really recommend folks find that video because it's very good for these moments when you're really going through a lot of things and you feel so destabilized by all that is moving and changing around you. But you need to know that some of the things that we ask for require change, and that is a beautiful thing. You might be afraid, but you want to lean into it so that you can enjoy that process of the change and discover some new things about yourself and rediscover some old things about yourself. And we want to stay balanced between all of that. We want to stay balanced, which is why I'm assuming the yin and yang symbol is literally right at the center of that. When you're spiraling, remind yourself to stay balanced, meditate, focus on your breath. All things will be well, and all things too shall pass. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. See you guys next time. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren from Blue Flame Royalty, and I am supplementing today's daily tarot reading, the Major Arcana 10, reading straight from the book. The symbol in this card is an enormous wheel representing time, fate, and karma. Galaxies spin around this constantly moving circle, and the 12 signs of the zodiac appear on its circumference. Just inside the circumference are the 8 trigrams of the One Ching. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And even closer to the center are the 4 directions, each illuminated by energy of lightning. The spinning triangle is at this moment pointed upward toward the divine, and the Chinese symbol of yin and yang, male and female, creative and receptive, lies at the center. It has often been said that the only unchanging thing in the world is change itself. Life is continuously changing, evolving, dying, and being reborn. All opposites play a part in this vast circular pattern. If you cling to the edge of the wheel, you can get dizzy. Move towards the center of the cyclone and relax, knowing that this too shall pass. So that is today's supplementation to today's daily tarot reading. Wishing you guys a beautiful day, and I'll catch you next time. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? I am doing a second supplementation to today's daily tarot reading, Major Arcana 10, here labeled Change. Major Arcana cards are a representation of the story, the journey of the Fool, beginning from being young and naive, to going through hardships and understanding certain things, to progressing to a point where we are evolved in the way that we originally came in. So here, Major Arcana 10 traditionally is labeled the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, or the making of your own fortune card. So the Wheel of Fortune usually appears after a run of bad luck or opportunities have not materialized, and it heralds an upturn in fortunes, especially financial. Though the card does indicate unexpected good luck, in the end you make your own fortune. So use both lucky breaks and reversals to shape your destiny. You may benefit from a lucky break that involves risking temporary security. Take a chance. In the everyday world, the Wheel of Fortune indicates a good time to enter a competition or have a small bet in the lottery. You may get some unexpected money or a chance for some extra short-term work connected with an interest or talent. This will bring good terms. The only downside to the wheel is that if you wait for the perfect opportunity or ideal circumstances to launch into your life. The only downside to the wheel is if you wait for the perfect opportunity or the ideal circumstances to launch yourself into life. That is today's second supplementation to the daily tarot reading. Wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful day. If you want to contact me, you can reach me at blueflameroyalty.com. Book a service, find my email there, all that good stuff. Wishing you guys a beautiful day. Sending you guys so much love and light. Ashe. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Efren from Blue Flame Royalty, and today I am doing the summary for the daily tarot readings of this week. So we have the Eight of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups, and we have Major Arcana 10. And so what I'm getting here from the story of this, right, we start off very strong with like abundance and security and like we're going to get it and we're going to win and all of our hopes and dreams and financial aspirations are going to get met. Awesome, amazing, great, love it, yeah. And then we get right to the middle and it's like, oh, all right, we got to be able to be comfortable with making decisions, and we got to be able to tune into ourselves so that we aren't stuck in between a rock and a hard place and we're not, almost about to kill ourselves because we aren't able to decide whether we want to be on the left ledge or the right ledge. Whatever ledge, it don't matter. We're not trying to fall, into the abyss, So we're being called to, again, look within yourself to become balanced in your emotions. The sword suit is associated with the mind. So if you have an overactive mind or an imbalanced mind, then that is when you really can't make the best of decisions. So we want to get balanced. And then that, gets resorted into the Two of Cups, where it's like, well, now that we're making decisions and we're basing our decisions off of that internal voice that guides us, then we start to develop amazing connections and we might find love. And we're doing it from a healthier place of interdependency and not codependency. So when we're making a decision about being in relation with someone, we are certain about it, and we're certain about it and comfortable about it. And there is no room for any kind of negative or harmful energy, but there's always room for change. Major Arcana 10. Damn, I could have got that word. But there is room for change, right? You want to be comfortable with the aspect of consistent change. Even in a relationship as beautiful as it is, there is always something changing. People are constantly growing and evolving, and we want to be able to be comfortable and go with the motion of that. Again, the Two of Swords is talking about imbalance, and the Major Arcana 10, if this is reversed, then you are kind of in a space, just like the supplementation said, that if you're sitting by the edge, you're going to get dizzy. So we want to find balance by going center. And so that's really what we want to do, right? We have two cards here. We have the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups, both embodying different energies. One is balanced and healthy, and one is imbalanced and afraid to make certain decisions or unsure to make certain decisions. So as we're progressing through our journey and we are claiming our abundance and we are reclaiming our sovereignty, we want to be able to be firm in who we are while we're doing those things. And the way that we can do those things is to practice self-love and compassion, practice meditation, and to allow our bodies to be as clean as they can. When it comes to mind, body, and spirit, that includes, what we eat, who we're around, what we're consuming, things like that. And we want folks to be at their healthiest. So that is the summary for today's daily tarot reading, or this week's daily tarot reading. I'm wishing you guys a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next week. Ashe.
Mueve tu cuerpo así. Love the way she looking at me. Pop out my lay right by the sea. Running from the cops that we flee. You're my living, walking, breathing meditation. No matter the weather or situation, all that we have is our intuition. Shawty, I hope that we make it out. Murder on your mind, so I had to air it out. High speed chase, hot box, had to air it out.